I have been wanting something like with a frosting, something sweet and delicious.
What do you think about doing a birthday cake?
What if we
Someone-
just put like a twist on it though? Because it just seems kind of boring just to do like a birthday cake.
Well, I mean, there's nothing wrong with doing just a simple profile, but yeah, I get you.
You're Americans.
kind of twist?
You fried everything. Do you have fried birthday cake or fried cupcakes or something like
Of
that?
course we fucking do. What kind of question was that?
Americans fry every fucking thing.
Yeah, it's called breakfast.
Duh.
How would you deep fry a birthday cake anyway? I mean, you like just
And it
take a birthday cake and just throw it in a deep fryer or what?
There's a couple ways you could do it. You could take a birthday cake, and you could just take the cake, and then you could batter it, and then you could just toss it in the deep fryer.
The whole fucking cake.
No, you can't take the whole cake. Well, you probably could if you had a really good fryer.
With the
You had a really
frosting
good
and everything.
batter.
With the frosting, the candles, everything.
There you go.
Happy fucking birthday. I thought you burned your fucking house down.
Yeah. That noisy cricket.
Timmy is not going to be happy for his birthday when you fucking try to deep fry his birthday cake, burn the whole damn
Oh, my
house.
presents. Oh, my presents. And my sister.
Oh, the other way to deep fry a cake would be if you take the batter, it'd have to be thicker than cake batter, but you make it a little bit more floury, and you just take a scoop and you just drop that right in the fryer, and then that's going to float to the top, and then you just skim it out, and then boom, you dip it in some frosting, you got fucking fried birthday cake.
So we need the flavor from the cake, and we need the fried taste from a donut.
You know, if that sounds like a frying a donut. So the only difference would be like to make that donut not dense, but not too fluffy either.
Yeah. Well, the important part would be that it has to be a cake donut. It can't be yeasty. We already fucked up Timmy's birthday.
So flavors.
Okay, well, the first we need to come up with a cake.
Alfred actually has a really good cake layer, but I don't think it would work perfectly in this if you want to deep fry it. Alfred's cake base is 2.5 Wonder Flavors Angel Cake, 1.5 one-on-one cornbread, and 1% Jungle Flavors yellow cake.
It could work. I don't know about the yellow cake.
I think out of all those flavors, that's kind of the one that can go, and maybe sub it for something that's a little bit more donutty, a little bit more fried.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. So the angel cake, Wonder Flavors angel cake, is like really fluffy. I mean, to me, it really does taste like a pound cake. But it definitely to do a deep fried one, you're gonna have to add some, maybe a donut or some kind of fried dough or something like that. But I don't think it can be very high because it might like turn it into a donut.
Yeah. And the cornbread.
Yeah, I think that adds too to the texture. So I think you're going to want to keep that one.
And maybe add something like a glazed donut from Wonder Flavors or Cipolla or Capella funnel cake. I don't like that one, but
funnel cake get weird.
Doesn't it have a little bit of cinnamon note to it?
It's just like that real Play-Doh-y note that you don't want to get.
Yeah. What about the Wonder Flavors deep fried pastry dough?
Okay, I like it.
That's a good idea.
Graham, do you wanna? You said something about using a cake batter or cake batter dip.
I think Manson did basically a 3-ingredient funfetti back in the day using cake batter really, really high. I don't think you should use it that high, but it definitely is. It definitely is going to add to it. Could add to it.
I think the Flavor West cake batter dip with the Wonder Flavors deep fried pastry dough, I think is going to add everything we need to really make it feel like a cake that's been fried.
The problem could be that the cornbread and the cake batter or cake batter dip are both more dark flavors. We only have the angel cake for a real birthday cake.
Sugar cookie?
Sugar cookie is a good idea too.
That's a pretty damn good idea. What does the one-on-one cornbread bring to this?
It makes the cake more dense, more moist.
Do you think that if we use Capella sugar cookie, that would do the same thing?
I think the cake is pretty good.
So we're using the cornbread pudding, angel cake, and Wonder Flavors deep fried pastry dough. Then that's going to be the base, or are we going to add the cake batter dip as well?
I think add that too.
Yeah, I think it does everything. I think it ties everything together.
I think the thing that's going to bring it back from a donut is probably a frosting.
Okay.
What about Cap Vanilla Cupcake?
There we go.
Yeah, for frosting, yeah, sure. The V2 is frosting. The V1 is cupcake. The V2 is frosting. I like using that with buttercream from Capella or buttercream frosting from Wonder Flavors to make it more rich.
Well, both of them are good choices, I think. Do we want to add like a butter note in there?
I think that it would probably do justice having a lot of fucking dap in there.
Maybe if we have more like a vanilla bright frosting, it's going to be less donut than if we start adding more butter to the frosting also.
The vanilla cupcake is going to kind of support both, but it's not going to hold up to the rest of the deep fried shit. At least that's my main concern.
We're going to go with vanilla cupcake version 2, and
do you want to try the buttercream frosting first?
I think we should. I think that's probably the better buttercream kind of thing to use.
We're going to get that percentage game, boy.
Angel cake.
You guys want to steal from Homeboy and just do 2.5?
That sounds all right. I was thinking more like 3, but
yeah, let's go 3.
Especially if we're going to try to deep fry this thing, we need to like really kind of emphasize that fluffy cake part.
What about one-on-one cornbread?
Why don't we try 1% and then if we need, we go higher?
Yeah, 1%. You can always go higher. What if they were trying to tell everybody that one-on-one is just means just use it at 1%?
Yeah.
Maybe they're just calling it 1 out of 1%. Interesting thought. What do we got? Deep fried. That deep fried, boy.
I'm thinking like maybe 1 to 1.5.
You think 1% is enough?
We can always add more if we need it.
You going lightly fried like my mic?
This is the only fried thing that we're going to have in here.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Maybe more. I was thinking like 2.
When I've used it and I've went up to like 2.5, 3%, it gets like there's an off note that I don't like.
Let's try it.
Soy sauce.
Yeah, I get that off note. Oh my god, that's bad.
Yeah, it is. Don't do that, guys. Don't do that.
Oh, I definitely did. All right, let's do 1%.
Cake batter dip. Let's talk about that one first. Of course, that's kind of like a frosting, though, ain't it?
Yeah, I think it's like a cookie with frosting on it almost. It's almost like a frosted cookie.
It's sweet.
Yeah.
It's really sweet.
It's definitely one with fructose in it.
Graham, you've had a lot of experience with this. What do you think on the cake batter dip?
I'd say maybe 3 with everything else, 2, 3.
The average is 2.89.
I think it works best at 2.87.
See, I'm thinking 2.86. We went the other direction. We'll split the middle. Let's go 2.85.
What kind of backwards math are they teaching nowadays, man?
Yeah. 2.5.
2.5? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got our cake, got our fried part, now the frosted.
You guys want to work on the Capella one or the Wonder Flavors one first?
Capella?
Now, Chef, you've done a recipe with this, kind of using it as frosting.
Yeah.
What do you use it at for that frosting note?
I use it around between 2 and 3%, and then 1% of buttercream or the Wonder Flavors buttercream frosting.
Maybe pump it high and just do 3.
Okay.
Because you want that frosting, right?
Yeah. The buttercream frosting, 1% for that one.
Buttercream frosting 1. All right, looks like we've got us a recipe to mix up now, guys. Okay, so this is a deep fried birthday cake. And we're going to start out with Wonder Flavors Angel Cake Super Concentrate at 3%. Next, we're going to be using Wonder Flavors Buttercream Frosting at 1%. Next, we're adding Flavor West Cake Batter Dip at 2.5%. We're going to add a little bit of one-on-one cornbread. This is going to be part of our cake base at 1%. Now to add a little bit of deep fried goodness to it, we're going to use Wonder Flavors Deep Fried Pastry Dough Super Concentrate at 1%. Last, we're going to be using Capella's Vanilla Cupcake version 2 at 3%.
What do you guys think of it?
The first thought that popped in my mind when I took the first hit was up all the percentages, except maybe the deep fried.
Up them?
But because it seems like it's thin.
It needs sugar cookie.
Maybe.
Yeah.
It needs a dense. It needs something dense.
I think, yeah, just add sugar cookie.
What's the spice coming from?
The deep fried.
You getting some spice
yeah.
in it?
I don't get the spice.
The spice goes away, though.
We're going to put sugar cookie in it at 2%.
Yeah, I'm just going to add it.
The first version to me was like kind of thin. And we're going to add Capella sugar cookie at 2%. So we have Wonder Flavors Angel Cake at 3%. Wonder Flavors Buttercream Frosting at 1%. That's the super concentrate. Flavor West Cake Batter Dip at 2.5. One-on-one cornbread at 1%. Wonder Flavors Deep Fried Pastry Dough Super Concentrate at 1%. Vanilla Cupcake version 2 at 3%. And Capella Sugar Cookie at 2%. And I also added 0.25% Capella Super Sweet.
It definitely works.
Mm-hmm.
Did that do it?
Yeah, it's smooth. It's smoother too. It kind of bridges between that frosting and fucking easy fix. Good idea,
Fucking
Graham.
Graham.
Oh shit, yeah. I am getting a little bit of a kind of a dry,
Go.
kind of off note, but I think that's coming from the one from the Flavor West Cake Batter Dip, because this recipe is one of those that we can't really decide whether this is finished until it steeps.
Is it like a doughy? Are you getting like a doughy dry?
The
No.
deep fried's not helping with that dryness, but the sugar cookie really smooths it out, and it sells more of like a sprinkle vibe too.
It's going to be more round and balanced in a week.
That cake batter dip is when it steeps out, it's gonna, I think, add to that frosting note that I'm missing just a little bit of the frosting.
Like maybe like up the buttercream?
Because it's not. I mean, it's damn good just off
Yeah.
the shape.
I wouldn't touch this recipe till we have it for a week or so.
I think it's pretty damn good though.
I get the cake. I get the cake batter, like the whatever they dip it in when they fry it. I get the frosting. I mean, it's all there. It's all there. I get that deep fried note. Not too much though. It's definitely not a donut.
It's like a little touch of something different to a cake. Like it really does sell cake and frosting, and then there's like that little bit of a fried note. So what do you guys think? Wrap it up or what?
I'm pretty confident
sip.
That's gonna sleep out right.
All right, guys, we think it's a finished recipe, but we're going to have to wait to see how it steeps, and we'll get back to you guys with an answer on the live show on Thursday.